Hello, YouTube. Um, I'm making another video and stuff, and I just, you know, don't make a whole lot of videos and stuff like that. I mean, just like uh, once in a blue moon and whatnot. But I just wanted to make this video, and it's gonna be kind of like a update, you know, or of what's been going on, or with me lately or whatever, Since the last video, I gotta say, since the last video, um, well, the bank, I financed my truck through. Finally, they took my truck, couldn't pay it, Uh, just got real bad, uh, and I tried to look for a company that I could lease on to, or somebody that would hire me and start off from uh, ground zero, because I did find one that wanted to hire me, but I had to have some money, to for fuel and to go and also go uh, get an inspection from Love's, and whatnot. Um, Also, I couldn't use my own trailer, and I had to rent uh, a trailer through uh, the company that they, I guess they're partners with or whatever, stuff like that. So I didn't, go through that. So yeah, and time um, just couldn't. I mean, it just went on, just and I just couldn't find anything, and just couldn't pay the truck. And then finally, I think last month the bank took it, and and I had my trailer. I put my trailer up from on Facebook Marketplace, and took a while. Uh, and somebody from Midland, Texas, contacted me and came down, looked at it, and I didn't get what I was asking for it, but it was pretty close, He liked it and he bought it and stuff like that. So, it's gone, and I was able to pay a little bit, on my credit card, a little bit, not, I still owe a lot, I'm still way in debt, and stuff like that, but I can't do anything about it, so I'm just gonna wait till I'll be able to do something, uh, and make some money and start paying those credit cards down, and slowly but surely get out of debt, and stuff. And meantime, and I haven't been able to do Uber Eats because my car, it's I overheated it too many times, and I messed up the crankshaft and all that. But I got the parts to fix it. It's gonna be a hard job, to take the engine out and everything. And I'm looking at um, maybe having to buy some heads for it, because uh, something happened that I guess the previous owner, they I discovered that the thermostat wasn't in there, and I put a new thermostat in it. And then I put water in it, and it got stuck open, and I took that one out and I put another one in, and I've never had to. I didn't know I had to bleed the system, and so I just barely learned how to do it. I've been watching videos like crazy on how to do it, and I barely learned how to do it. And but now I think, I mean, the car smokes. I think it might be because the previous owner might have overheated it too many times, and that's why they didn't have the thermostat in there, so the car wouldn't overheat, and also it wouldn't build up pressure in the cooling system. Because I think they may have noticed that it was smoking, and just like it's smoking with me, it could be the head gasket, or I'm not gonna know until I take it out and take it apart. To see if it's a head gasket, or could be the head. But I think I'm not gonna take a chance. I might not take a chance to reuse the heads. Uh, Probably, I'm thinking about, they're not real expensive, with AutoZone. And I'm thinking about, just getting the heads uh, from AutoZone, and you know, and it's gonna be almost a complete overhaul. It's just pretty much gonna almost be a complete overhaul. It's just, but I gotta wait till then, until after. I gotta get some more parts, oil and antifreeze and all that stuff. I gotta get more things, uh, engine brush cleaners, and stuff like that. It's gonna take a while to get all that stuff together. You know, and and after I get all that, pull the engine out and put all the new parts in it, put it back in, then I could start doing Uber Eats. Not gonna be able to make a whole lot of money because I don't live in a big city. Here in Texas. Uh, it's the size of Abilene, Texas. So, but I figure as long as I make some money, I'll be able to, pay on my loans and the credit cards that I owe on and stuff little by little. But in the meantime, you know, uh, I've been working on my C10, and it's been a lot of work. Oops, it's been a lot of work, and I showed the C10 before, but not totally. Um, and I mean, these old cars and these trucks. I mean, a lot of people don't care. If the frame, gets rusted, and the inner fender wells, get rusted and all that stuff. But I'm gonna make this car or this truck look, nice. So I've been stripping the paint. The paint on the outside was already stripped. I had stripped it years ago, and stuff, and I just maybe about a month or so. I stripped the bed. It was a lot of work to strip the bed off from paint. I'll show you. Um, Now I had the seat reupholstered, and it was a lot of work to do that. To strip the paint off the inside of the bed, and I mean, just all kinds of rust and paint just flying everywhere. And I had to wear a mask, I had to wear safety glasses, and whatever. And the bed, is dented, real bad. The floor, and stuff. I sanded the floor and everything. I wire wheeled it, and I sanded it, and you can see that there's dents in the wheel wells and stuff. And so um, I'm gonna paint the I'm gonna take the bed off, and take the bed apart, and straighten up all the dents on the panels and stuff, and can't see real good. It's kind of not too lighted up real good, but the whole side, it's stripped the paint off. Like I said, years ago and stuff like that. Also, I stripped the cab with what that was a lot of work too. Um, it can't really see. It's kind of dark, and stuff, but I did the whole cab inside, and I don't know if, well, I don't have my light on, but uh, anyways, I did the dash, I did the floors, and then when I was doing that, I discovered the floors were rusted out. There's the floor right there. It's kind of hard to see and everything, because but I did the roof, and then all of it, um and I discovered the floors were rotted out, so I'm gonna have to replace the whole floor pan, which is gonna cost me $600. I did the rear uh wheel wells, underneath, and that's hard to see, so I can't really show that. But also, I'm cleaning the springs. That was the springs had a lot of rust on them. I had took the one side of the leaf springs apart and discovered that one of the yeah, it's got a lot of junk. Got a lot of junk. Discovered that the one leaf spring was broke, so I had to buy a new leaf spring. And if you need any leaf springs, for your C10, 73 to 80, you can buy them from Beatty Springs. They have their own website, uh, and they also sell on eBay. These springs cost me $200, $200. and also I'm gonna paint everything. I'm gonna paint, yeah, it's really hard to see. I know it is. But that I'm gonna paint the um, the engine compartment. The firewall. I'm gonna paint it blue, and the fender wells or everything. The radiator core support. Back to the original black. And stuff like that. Everything. I'm gonna do everything. So I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of work. You see, I've got some transmissions that I'm gonna rebuild too. Um, and I cleaned some parts. I cleaned the parts of the transmissions and stuff. So I'm gonna um, rebuild the transmissions. I got a 700 and a 350. Um, and I barely cleaned the parts and everything, and I'm put them together, and I'm gonna sell them. So that's gonna help me out with uh, paying some of the, you know, uh, loans and credit cards as well. I got some things that I can, uh, sell and make some money off of and everything. But that's, see, I just, it's really hard to see. I'm sorry about the, it's not very well lighted, and stuff like that. But, um, anyways, I just wanted to make this video and you know, just talk about, what I've been doing, and hopefully soon I'll be able to fix my car, and I'll be able to get out there and start doing Uber Eats, delivering and picking up orders and delivering and make a little bit of money and, like I said, slowly but surely, get myself out of debt, and stuff like that. I do plan on someday, hopefully I can get me another truck or maybe a, cargo van. There's money I can make that, I can make money with if I buy a cargo van or a box truck, and stuff, so um there right now I just checked, just a while ago on box trucks on Facebook Marketplace, and they're really high. I think because a lot of people are trying to buy them, and they weren't that high, a few months back, but now they are. Cargo vans are, you know, they are kind of high too, and stuff like that. But there's some sellers that they're not, uh, you know, asking for a whole lot of money. They're pretty reasonable, but still got to have them. Gotta I gotta have the money. I gotta get the money to buy one of those vehicles, and I don't know when that's gonna happen, but maybe soon, hopefully. Anyways, thanks for watching my videos, and y'all have a good day. All right, bye bye.